Ladies and gentlemen of the board, my name is Michael Morrison, and I'm here today to discuss some of the strengths and weaknesses of J.B. Hunt. J.B. Hunt is an intermodal leader as it has the largest drayage and 53-foot container fleet in North America. Because J.B. Hunt has such a large investment in its intermodal operation, it will be faced with industry demand to keep up with driver turnover caused by retirees and those forced out due to stricter guidelines and regulations. Newer drivers with less experience can certainly increase the odds of accidents, delays, and ultimately liability cases. Along with the driver turnover and the regulations comes the impact to trucks. Electronic data loggers and attention to the hours of service rules will be an increased burden to the fleet. Retrofitting trucks to comply with regulations is mandatory, and CapEx funding will be increased. J.B. Hunt has already furnished its California service trucks to comply with ARB, but national standards via the EPA and NHTSA will require Class 8 trucks. Class 8 trucks cost on average 25% more than previous styles of trucks. The 660 minutes drive time behind the wheel leads to less rolling of stock and the equivalent of taking 25 trucks off the street. Taking 25 trucks with 53-foot containers off the road is a devastating blow to cargo carriage daily. Amending service routes, dialing arrival times, and efficiency is paramount to attempt to recoup the cargo loss while the trucks sit idle. Already complying with the California Air Resources Board, J.B. Hunt is taking its environmental and technological stewardship to a new level through the reservation of Tesla trucks. Tesla's trucks are fully electric and are like nothing the world has ever seen. Putting these trucks into service, however, in places that make the most sense will be paramount. Sometimes leading the way comes with risk. Rolling out Tesla trucks on first-generation launch could prove costly should bugs arise and systems need repair. This rollout will be unprecedented as there has been nothing close to this truck ever. To go along with new technology is the new drivers that will be entering the workforce. Extensive training and documenting of such is needed and important. Perhaps simulation time should be permitted for those in more rural and weather-heavy areas. J.B. Hunt is technologically advanced and super dependent on it. Because information and cybersecurity is such a big deal at J.B. Hunt, it's important to understand that information and cybersecurity is no longer based around emails, internet hacks, and hackers. Cybersecurity now spans into companies' assets that are automated or semi-automated through computers. J.B. Hunt as a whole is centric to IT and its supply chain, but with operations becoming ever so dependent on technology, the tools required to keep cargo moving are just as vulnerable as one's bank account identity or computer systems. This is called operational technology. Maersk is the most recent example of a transportation company to be hacked. The Maersk attack was thought to be a ransomware attack, but it was actually found to be a wiper attack. The hackers didn't want anything in return, they just wanted to delete everything. Never to be seen again. The severity of the attack almost put Maersk, the largest shipping company in the world, out of business for good. J.B. Hunt must invest in cybersecurity and consider it an investment, not an expense, as the whole company is one email away from a very bad situation. $77 million has been set aside for technology and is a proper step in that direction. All in all, J.B. Hunt is a very diverse and well-rounded intermodal transportation company. There are many facets and services offered, which make it a big player in the industry. Within all of J.B. Hunt services is the dependency on technology. While there's never 100% solution in cyber protection, the company can adapt, evolve, and conquer through risk analysis and mitigation as long as it stays vigilant. Along with cyber threats comes the need to amend contract language and bills of lading with reference to incidents or cargo delays or damage caused by cyber attacks. J.B. Hunt may also want to consider cybersecurity insurance to help ease the pain should a devastating event of that magnitude occur. As regulatory bodies continue to implement rules and guidelines, J.B. Hunt must stay in compliance. The added spending necessary to keep trucks and trailer fleets operational will be more, but with expected growth for years to come, the spending should be worth it. Through quarter 3 of 2017, the intermodal branch of J.B. Hunt saw revenues of $1.05 billion and over 6% volumes increase. These astounding figures encapsulate the need to stay vigilant and ensure fleets are rolling and goods are delivered. The expected turnover of drivers is going to make hiring challenging and recruiting costs more than usual. With the legacy drivers departing, a lot of knowledge, experience, and practicality leaves with them. The new generation of drivers will be operating equipment never before seen in the world and operating under stringent regulation that must be followed. Training and documentation of it is of utmost importance. J.B. Hunt has a good future ahead of it as long as it stays current and proactive. Complacency could be very bad. At this point in time, I'd like to open the floor for questions and comments. Thank you for your time.